Hey you guys, it's Dani. Today we get to unbox something. I just had my X-Acto knife. I found it. Okay, so I got a message from the lovely Jessie Huntenberg. I'm really trying not to shred my fingers. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay. So anyway, I heard from Jessie and they asked if I would like to take a look at their new deck. And I said, yes, this looks amazing. Check this out. We got to see how this is packaged. Look at this. How beautiful. Isn't that lovely? I watched her Instagram and I saw Jessie packaging. Just want to make sure. I have to duck so I can see what I'm showing you. Sorry. Because I'm, for whatever reason, not looking in the little screen on the side. But anyway, I saw her pack these. My certificate of authenticity. And the guidebook for her Genius Garden deck. There's a picture of Jessie. Ooh. Looks like we might have some spreads in there, and then looks like a really detailed guidebook. So we'll check this out in just a bit. But let's go ahead and open this. It's so pretty. Just like all the things. And I love that this is just like a sticker. I want to put this on the back of Jessie's card because it's cute. Okay, so let's unwrap. Look at this. Genius Garden Tarot. It was like right place, right time. Like I'm definitely in a garden state of mind. So I thought this was perfect timing. Oh, I have to show y'all that. Look at the backs. Can you see? Do you see the glitter? I think it's from the gilding. It's got the whole cards just like beautifully glittered. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I really, really like this card stock. Like just at first feeling, it's very like, can you hear? It's matte. It's almost like a plasticky. I'll put what it is here. I know I have that information somewhere. I think it's 350 GSM. Oh my God. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I will put it exactly right here. So, okay, let's take a look at this. I would put the top down, okay? But here's the problem. The way that I have to set my computer up right now, you're going to see half of my computer. It's not cute. It's not cute. So we're just going to do this, and we're going to have a first impressions, and we're just going to roll with it. Cool? Cool. Okay. I'll fix it later. So we have the Fool. Oh my goodness. The Emperor. This is very interesting. Just like a mountainside. I'm going to put this aside. I want to know a little bit more about what I'm seeing right here. Okay. The Hierophant. The Lovers. Oh my God. That is beautiful. Chariot. Strength. The Hermit. Wheel. That's really beautiful. Very reminiscent of the images of Fortuna, often holding a sail of some sort. So I really like that. Justice. Ooh. The Hanged Man, which is on the card. Death. Oh my goodness. I love how we have something springing forth. Temperance. Wow. That's very powerful. Kind of being swallowed by that tree. The Tower. Nobody falling. The Moon. The Sun. I like got our sunspots here. The Star. Judgment. It's like a wall of water. Or is it the ice? Or is it ice? Oh. I want to put that one aside. I want to see what she says about this. All right. So here we have the wands. So the ace, 2, 3, 4, 6. Another deck that is very simplistic in its style. Single person. Sometimes just like the idea. Like just the hand here. Has some modern vibes to it in the clothing for sure. Queen of Wands. Oh, there we go. Queen of Wands. Okay, onto the cups. So again, we have space. We definitely have space. Even though they are situational, they're not cluttered at all, which I think is really great. We have our 7 cups in the closet. There's nothing in these cups, though. But we do have them up in our clouds to kind of give us that same idea. I like this 8. In the waters down below, instead of having them kind of all in a line set up, they're all like in that water. I like that 9. How sweet is that? I like that. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. So we have our page, our knight, queen, king. Onto our sword suit. Oh, that's an interesting one. That holding it up under your own chin. I want to see that. We have our 6. We do have some, like, the way that they're drawn, some of them, how am I trying to say this, do feel like a first person point of view, like this. But like even something like this in the 7 of Swords, like you're standing there watching them walk away. So I do kind of dig that. That's kind of those along the same breaths of ones like, oh my gosh, is it the Spacious Tarot? I could be wrong. It's one that I don't have that's very much like that. But also like the elemental power tarot, where it kind of seems like we're in the first person point of view. It's not for all of them, but a lot of them do feel like that to me. I think it's because like I don't know why I feel almost like offset, like I'm observing. I don't know, it could just be like the angle, the way that some of them are drawn. Page, I like that with the burst above the head. Almost reminds me of like a chess piece, which I think is a really good imagery for a Queen of Swords. Dark King. Tower of Pentacles. Get up in the air. 3. Maybe if we're like farming. Kind of sinking into that sea. Especially thinking of, hold on. The way that the 2 you're trying to balance and where things just cannot stay in balance. That's interesting. I like that. And then the 6. Oh, I like that a lot. I feel a thing like she's maybe harvesting. 9. 10. All right, you guys, this is. I'm honestly, I'm excited to shuffle this. You ready to see? Ooh, that's a good shuffle. That's a good shuffle. Oh my gosh. I tell you what, this cardstock and the way that it moves, I like it. Not sticky. Gilding. Oh, just a little bit of glitter. Not too much. I don't even know if you can see it. Very faint glitter. Not too bad. I wasn't sure what to expect because some of the cards had like glitters on it. So I was like, oh, is this the one that's going to like shed a bit before it stabilizes? But honestly, there's not that much. So I feel like just one good solid week of use and you could probably get the little flakes to stop coming off. That's just a gilding thing. Ooh, I do like this. I do like the feel of these cards. Okay, so let's get into the guidebook. I would like to see what they say about these 3 cards. So let's start with the Emperor. I mainly want to see in this one if we're talking about what we're seeing on the card. And if so, I'd like to know more about this. I'm thinking this is like mountainous, like, because I'm thinking the goat, right? Okay. It is. Okay, good. We talk about what's going on here. Okay, so in the Emperor, we get some chunks for almost like 2 pages or 1.5 pages for our majors. So it says structure, order, and authority. A wizened man fuses with a mountain, guiding its growth with the palm of his hand. He is stoic and resolute, unwavering in his quest to bring structure and order to the raw material of the universe. His amethyst crowned staff symbolizes the strength of his self-control and his ability to apply that self-control to everything he sculpts and shapes. The Emperor's message for you is simple. Do your best to bring order to your garden so you can nurture it with consistency and ease. Cut back what's overgrown and feed what's become shriveled and stunted. Consider the health of your domain deeply and often and take action to return it to balance. After all, a garden is only as strong as its gardener. When the emperor offers your genius practical and sensible paths to follow, walk them. We might have to go and see, because I think this must be tied with the genius as a person. Okay. When you trip, stumble, or lose your way, lean on the emperor until you're sure-footed again. When you feel overwhelmed by the complexity of your experience, call on the emperor to apply his organizing principle to get things back on track. You will never reach your full potential without his assistance. Then there's a journaling prompt, and it says, how do you resist the organizing principle in your life? How might embracing structure and order improve your growth and flourishing? So that's really nice. So we do get to know what's on the card. So in saying that, I want to see this judgment, if this is like ice for the ice caps that are melting, or if it's like water, or what this is. But that's the first thing it made me think of, was either a waterfall or the ice. So judgment, we have threshold. I love that keyword for judgment, threshold. Oh, I really like that. Okay. Threshold, redemption, transfiguration. A journeyer stands before a streaming waterfall, admiring it with awe and reverence. This is the fool nearing the end of his journey, ready and willing to move beyond restrictive notions of self and into full integration. That is a beautiful way to think of the judgment. As he prepares to plunge through transformative waters into the vast unknown, he takes a moment to find presence and balance. His shift is a spiritual one, and once he crosses the threshold, he will never be the same. Oh, I like this. And so there's still a whole nother page. But I did want to find out what this was, because I could have seen it in two different ways. So I love the idea that it is this kind of wall of water, that threshold. I really love that for this. Okay. So, and then the Five of Swords, I just kind of want to take a quick look at what she says about this image. And so we can see, okay, so these looks like we just have 2 per page for our minors. Swords. 5 of Swords. So a warrior places the tip of his blade at the base of his chin and meditates on the consequences of inflexible righteousness. Interesting. An innocent mourns the fallen in the background. Her prayer and focus give them peace. This card invites you to consider possible fallout before you enter the fray. Is what you stand to gain worth risking all that you might lose? Remember that every time you hurt someone, you're hurting yourself as well. So that is a very powerful statement. Honestly, I think using this deck and reading this guidebook, there's a lot of interesting insights to the way that this was done. So let's take a look at the beginning, because the way that the genius is spoken of, I'd like to see. So let's take a look at what the contents. So we have a nice long contents. This book has about 96 pages. So we have a preface, and then what is tarot? What is genius? What is genius garden? And then about the tarot. We have an invocation ritual, spreads, and then all the cards, a humble request, and a thank you to the backers. So I do want to see what we say in the genius, and I will kind of read out what I find here that might be important to us understanding a little more about the deck. So this is interesting. Okay, so what is genius? We often think of genius as exceptional intellectual brilliance, but it wasn't always so. In classical Roman times, genius was perceived as the attendant spirit of a particular person or place, and each was honored and worshipped as a deity. As time passed and the concept evolved, genius came to represent the inherent personality and later the spirit of the self. And it goes on a little bit about the genius and how it was evoked and channeled through this tarot. It says, no matter where you are, your genius is with you. No matter how lost you are, your genius lights the way. So I love that. Okay, so the genius garden is the place each being creates in service to their most generative, authentic expression. Its reach extends from our deep inner landscape to our immediate outer landscape and is as much what we generate within ourselves as what we manifest outside of ourselves. And then we go in to talk about the tarot, about how Jesse drew, painted, and outlined each card. The design of the card backs, the guidebook cover, inside and outside of the deck box. So she painted every aspect of this offering. That's amazing. We talk about a lot about the deck itself. We have our ritual and then the spreads. Grow your garden spread. This one sounds amazing. It's a really, really large spread. I'm definitely going to do these. Creatrix Fire Spread. That sounds amazing. And then we go into guidebook and then a really sweet request from Jesse and then backers. So how wonderful. This lovely little deck. I'm excited to read more about it, to mess around with it. This is a really well done deck, you guys. So let me know what you guys think about this one. Is this one you think you'll add to your collection? What are your thoughts? I really love this like genius and genius garden concept. Flipping through the guidebook, I really did sink down in it. So there's a lot of really good information and about the intention that went into this deck, which I think is absolutely amazing. Definitely having it in my hand, this has got just some really interesting vibes and I can't wait to work with it. Definitely one I think I want to add to rotation pretty soon because I'm really intrigued by this whole concept and the way that Jesse has written this guidebook. So let me know what you guys think. I'm very, very interested. So thanks to you guys for hanging out. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Sorry. I was trying to get this back in and I went in at an angle and it got crazy, but we're back in. This is a user error. Purely a user error. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this flip through and little chit chat about the Genius Garden Tarot. I will have all the links down below if you guys are interested, as well as how to book a reading with me, 3 fat readers, my shop, all the good stuff. All that stuff is going to be linked down below. And yeah, we will talk very soon. I'm sending you all my love. Mwah. Later, Gators.